I'm Franz von Fritz, and welcome to On the Fritz. Thank you. Today's topic is morning coffee. Thank you. That's enough. You're embarrassing me and yourselves, all three of you. Now stop, please. All right. I have been accused at times of not being the most warm and fuzzy person. Now, this is probably particularly true before I get my morning cup of coffee, if you know what I mean. And I think a lot of people know what I mean. The bad thing about getting a morning cup of coffee is, I really have to go out to get it, I can make my own, but, I really need a cup of coffee to make myself a cup of coffee, if you know what I mean. So every morning, I make my pilgrimage to the local coffee store to get a cup of coffee. And in the morning, particularly on the weekdays, there's a line of people that look like they're waiting to be executed, or perhaps zombies. I don't know. I don't know why a zombie would be afraid of being executed, because, well, they're already dead. But that's beside the point. Anyway, there's the living dead is in the line, if you know what I mean. And so I stand there and I wait. I get up to the counter. They always go, Franz, would you like room for cream? And I go, oh yes, thank you, please. I'd like room for cream, of course. So they give me the cup, and I look into the cup after I pay for it, and I think, exactly how much would you have put in if I didn't want room for cream? And the cup would be overflowing. I'd spill it on myself. This is hot liquid. I don't know what's wrong with these people. But the worst part is going to the counter where they have, the cream and the sugar and all of that. They have stuff. I don't even know what they have there. I don't even want to know. There's nutmeg there. Who puts nutmeg or honey in their coffee? You know what I'm saying? They put everything there. All I want is some cream. And sometimes there's a crowd there. They're like rats all over, gnawing at the counter. And you have to push in to get your way in there, because the next person will push in. Very rude. But what is worse is when there's only one person there. And I will tell you why. Because they monopolize the entire counter. If the cream and the milk and everything is in the center of the counter, they will stand in the center of the counter. Now, sometimes they'll move to the side of the counter, but the only time they ever really move to the side of the counter is when the cream and the milk is there. They'll be standing in front of it, wherever it is. If they're to the side, that's where the cream is. If they're in the middle, that's where the cream is. They monopolize it, and then there's always someone there who's not in a hurry to go anywhere. They open up one pack of sugar, they put it in, they stir it. And I think, guten Himmel, I think. I just want my cream, my half and half. Let me go, please. And then they put a little cream in, and they stir it. And then they open another sugar, put that in, stir it very slowly, put a little more cream. And meanwhile, poor Franz is going insane, thinking, oh, please just let me have my half and half. But no, they're going to take the most amount of time. And they always go, oh, I'm sorry, am I in your way? Yes, of course you are in my way, you idiot. In fact, you plan it that way. You are on some weird little power trip where if you keep people from the cream, you think, well, I have done something. I've controlled something. Just crawl away to your little hole, you dreg, and let me have my cream. I want to say that. Of course I don't, because that would be very rude of me. And so I don't say that, but that is what I'm thinking. And I think other people have thought this as well. What is really bad, what really annoys me, though, is when somebody comes there, and they take some half and half, and then they take some skim milk and they mix it together like there's some little mad scientist And they think, oh, well, I really like the taste of half and half, but, it would be less calories if I put in the skim milk. We're talking about a few spoonfuls of half and half and skim milk. I don't see how much this really saves you. But here's the real lunacy of that. You'll note that at most counters where they have, the stuff to put in your coffee, they will have half and half, regular milk, and skim milk. So you have your choice. Very nice, very nice. If you are mixing the half and half in the skim milk, you are making basically milk, aren't you? I mean, you're putting the fat that was taken out of the skim milk back into it, and so you have like whole milk, basically, don't you? So why not just take the whole milk? Because you're taking up more time. Do you understand? More time. And I just want to get my half and half. Here's another thing. You don't have to sit there stirring your cream and your sugar into your coffee for an hour and a half on the counter. For God's sakes, be it stir on your way out of my way. All right, I perhaps get a little bit out of control there, but really, before I have my morning coffee, I don't really want to deal with anyone. In order to get my morning coffee, I have to deal with people. And that's the way life is. I'm Franz von Fritz, and this has been On the Fritz. And until next time, auf Wiedersehen.